Fade me in, baby.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? I
Good.
feel like since we've done this new setup, I feel like I'm like really far away from you.
You are.
I feel
It's
like
okay.
I know I can't. I'm sorry.
You can't.
I can't touch it because it just makes noise. And this is rubbing up against the stand.
It's okay. All right.
Hang on.
I gave you plenty of time,
But did you?
but I did.
But did you? No, he did.
Yes, I did.
I thought I was gonna be okay, and then I wasn't.
Well, all right. So, good evening.
I would just like to point out how tropical you are and how Eskimo-ish I am right now.
Yep. Well, I'm very hot natured, so
Indeed, you are.
and I like my tropicalness.
I love it too. I'm very
I would much rather be on the beach.
you know what? With it being 100 in Hayton's hell right now.
Hate and tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. And you're drinking coffee.
You know me and my coffee though.
I know.
I have a very specific brand that I like to stick with.
I've got my Death Wish
Mhm.
or Liquid Death,
Mhm.
Mountain Water,
Yeah, Death Wish is my
and a
coffee.
Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi. So, we got one person,
Mhm.
and we're only streaming live on YouTube tonight.
Really?
Yes.
We've been how many lives did we do today? Was it just that really long one? Was it just the one?
No, we
Because
did 2.
yesterday
I feel like we
yesterday
did 2.
I feel like yesterday and today are blending together. I
It's possible.
I think we did a lot yesterday, and then today there's that really long live, which was so much amazing information.
Yeah, so it got posted out on X.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay, so my coffee's warming me up. I can take this off. You excited about Twitter changing its name? Or are you excited about it getting posted?
I'm actually just I decided about
Yes,
our account,
yes, yes.
our new account.
Yeah. So what? I forget what the story is. Oh,
Did
the
you know that it costs money to subscribe to as a business owner to subscribe to X?
if you have like a business email,
A
is that what it is?
business account. Like if you're a business account, it's kind of like LinkedIn. So you can
Mhm,
have a personal LinkedIn profile or you can have a business profile, right?
mhm.
So all these big corporations that want to have the lockdown on their profile and you just can follow them, you can't actually find the owners or whatever like that.
Mm,
You can't get to the
I
owner.
got you.
Yeah. So
Oh, hey.
yeah. Hi children.
Hello, children. That was also really cool that when we were doing that live, that their kids were tuning in to
Yeah.
watch them, and it was so cool because it's summertime. The kids haven't gone back to school yet, and so it was just really cool to be like, I watched you the whole time. Like it was really, I really appreciated it. I thought it was pretty cool.
It was fun.
It was fun. I really enjoy. There's so much information. I love talking to people who get excited about.
Doing what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can't hide that passion.
No, it really raises the bar for everybody
It
in the
does.
day. Like anybody that's associated with that, like directly associated with someone that's doing that, it takes and it should take, I don't know if it takes everybody there, but it takes me there.
It does.
It takes my mindset there and it pushes me really hard.
Yes.
Like it makes me want to just dig in so
Yeah.
much deeper.
Yeah. Well, and so like mindset, obviously, because is huge. Mindset is so, so big. And people recently have asked me and they've challenged me and asked me, like, how do you come back from your mindset? Like, how do you come back? Because they know my story,
Yeah.
like they know our story and my story and how I dealt with, Hannah's story and Hannah's situation and everything. And it's just like, man, you own it. You just,
Yeah.
you
You
have
have
to.
to, you can't dwell on it. You have to look and
You
you got to
gotta,
look past it
well,
and you got to keep moving.
yeah, and you gotta look it right in the face.
Yeah.
You have to look it head on, and if it's never gonna your mindset's never gonna last if you're trying to work around it.
No.
It's never gonna make it.
No. You got to deal with all of the crap that's thrown at you. Just you got
Yeah.
to go straight for it.
Yep.
And then you got to move through it.
Yes. And then it's all about too, like the people who had you in that negative mindset, you can't continue to be around.
No,
You got to change your people when you change your mindset.
agree.
So just a little bit of information. I don't believe that's actually plugged into the wall anymore, so you can unplug that cable if you want to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The iPad.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us what we did today?
We imploded the SEO world.
We even took the information that we learned and implemented it today.
Yeah, we did. Well, and I say I because I worked on a separate project than you.
I worked on 6 projects
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yes, you did.
And I built out all kinds of
Cool
really
things.
cool new things. You won't see them yet,
Yeah.
but you will see them.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to be like, what? Why do I keep seeing y'all?
Yeah.
Why do y'all keep popping up?
Yeah. Dang, you're everywhere. Yes. It's called the omnipresence.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jen. It's nice to meet y'all.
Yeah.
So just the conversations we've had in the past 2 days, just with like those 2 people, and then, meeting with my tribal council and talking with them, and just like I get emotional thinking about it.
Why?
I don't know, like just everyone that I spoke to had nothing but positive things to say, and everybody that I spoke to
Who
had
else did you talk to today?
okay.
Did you talk to tribal council?
I spoke with one of the members of tribal council, yes.
Awesome.
And
speaking of which, we need to get the entire tribal council together.
Oh, I agree.
We need to go to a teepee and have a meeting.
We do. We do. Yeah. Yeah. Tribal. That would be actually really cool because I've actually done a podcast and they would probably do a virtual. I don't know that they would all come here,
That's fine.
but, and they're all hard to pin down is the thing. So,
Yes and no.
yeah,
We just got to pick the right time.
this is true. So,
And even if it's a recording that happens after hours,
Yeah.
then we
yeah. Yeah.
post it out later, whatever.
There you go. But no, I talked with him and he was just like, I sent him the flyer for the event that's coming up that I'll just be speaking at in September. And
Yeah.
he was like, did you ever think that you'd be a public speaker for Mindset? And I was like, no,
Yeah.
didn't ever think that was going to happen.
Well, now you got to tell everybody what it is.
Yeah. So I got invited to, and I want to make sure I say this right. So hold, please.
Pause.
Pause. Okay. So it is the Come and Create Your Legacy at the Legendary Event with the Legends of HVAC. And this is going to be in California, and it's September the 8th in Vacaville, California. I am so freaking stoked. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Like, in the names that are on this list are
They're big. You don't have to
huge.
say them.
I'm not going to.
But if you guys want to see them, go check out X.
Yeah. So
or any other platform that we're on, really.
Yeah, honestly. And since announcing I was going to be speaking at that event, my Facebook has blown up. I went from 5,700 followers to I am quickly approaching 6. What are we doing?
You can keep talking.
Oh, I'm just curious about what it
I
is.
just figured I would add some things in.
Oh, okay. I got you, boo-boo. I got you, boo-boo. So yeah, you and I are both be going to that. You'll be recording our content. Well, I'm sure we're going to do a ton of content. And then the other thing is that once like our traction gets going in the next 2 weeks, because we've got about 4 weeks, honestly, till we go to this event, I would like to set up to see if we couldn't record something while we're there. So like we still need to book our flights and we still need to book our hotel. So wherever we book, I want to make sure that they've got at least a
room,
like a conference room to where we can go and set up and record.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're definitely taking gear.
Oh, hell yeah, we are.
And
Yeah.
I'm recording you on stage.
I'm excited for that.
Yes, I
Yeah.
will be media.
Gonna
Oh,
be my posse. So I'd like to set up some opportunities
Mhm.
to do some podcasts with some people that were there, and then I would also like to set up like a private dinner because the event's on a Friday, and so we're flying in Thursday.
I think as the group of speakers, we'll probably have a dinner with
Right.
that group,
Right.
and then if we want to set up something outside of that,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
so we're there how many 2 or 3 nights?
So we fly in Friday, or excuse me, we fly in Thursday. The event's Friday, and we're staying Saturday, and we're leaving Sunday.
So, probably Saturday night,
Right. That's what I'm
because
thinking.
Friday night, we'll probably do the thing with the group
Yeah.
right after the event.
Right.
That's typically how that works.
Yeah.
And then the following day will be rest and recoup for
Going
first
home.
the first part of the day, and then we can do something that night.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. Like I said, that's just what I was thinking in my head is like take the opportunity to like meet people and
So, let's back up for a second
sure.
because I added
You
a
added a
couple
couple
of
channels.
other channels in. So, let's kinda rewind for a minute
Sure.
and readdress. So, what exactly happened
Yeah.
in the
So
past 2 days?
yeah.
Let's start with
So
yesterday.
let's just talk about the last 48 hours,
Yeah.
honestly. The last 48 hours, I had an amazing podcast. Let's just completely rewind. Uh was that Wednesday? Yeah,
Wednesday?
Wednesday. Wednesday, we had a podcast with I had too many J's. Jason Walker. We had a podcast with
That's an
him.
easy name for you to remember,
I know it is. It should be, right?
and you say it every day.
No, I don't say. I hardly ever say your name
I
because it
know.
drives you crazy.
It does drive me nuts.
Yeah, you're like, "Excuse me?"
I feel like I'm in trouble.
I know, and I don't even use your full name. Just your first name.
Sometimes just Jay.
Yeah. Yeah. But so we had an amazing podcast with Jason. And it was just good. Like, there was just so and it was really cool. I don't know what his notes were, but I would like to see him because I would say something and he would turn, he'd write something down. I'm like, what are you taking notes on? Like, I was just thinking about that the other day. But it was really, really good. And then he invited me to come speak on stage at his event that he's hosting in September and then again in November. Mind blown. I just can't believe it. And then, he was talking about how he's watched, some of he sent me a message and talking about how he's watched a lot of our content. And then during the podcast, he talked about like how, he was just like, how long have y'all been together? Like you can just truly tell the respect and community and
Yeah.
that you and I have for each other. And he's just like, your mindset's amazing. And like,
He's a pretty cool guy.
he is so down to
I
earth.
can't wait to meet him in
I
person.
know. I've met him in person once before, but super nice guy and family man and
Yeah.
all about the trades and helping people grow their businesses and be successful.
He's a very busy person as well.
He is a very busy person
He
and
reminds me a lot of us.
he does.
Like, he's go,
Drive.
go 24/7. And it's just go.
Yeah.
And if you are in go mode all the time, you will be successful.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you are constantly moving, you have no choice but success.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Yes, I love that too.
And I feel like we're there. We're there, honey. It took us, honestly, I'm going to be real with everybody for a minute. Okay?
Okay.
Because we did this really fast.
We did do this super fast.
It took us 30 days
It did.
to slingshot 3 businesses.
And get me on stage.
I'm like slingshot. Pew!
Yeah.
Yeah. We hauled ass, but it wasn't easy.
No.
And it hasn't been easy.
No.
It's been very hard,
It's been
especially balancing the family part of things and
yes.
still having us and still doing our own podcast like this.
Yeah.
So we have our podcast, which is this channel, plus we have Construction Solutions Group podcast.
Yes.
We have Feral Business Owner podcast. We have the
Yes.
Jennifer Clemens podcast.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah. It's a lot of talking.
That's all recording stuff.
It's a lot of talking.
and then we have to go to work
Yeah.
because those are just this is all for free.
Yeah, this is just content. I mean, this is just because it's here and we can,
Yeah.
and that our following messages us and asks us questions. I started a TikTok called The Exit Point, and it grew and exploded overnight.
Yes, it did.
So there was a content, I don't know, like I guess like
A grower.
a TikTok influencer is what I
Yeah.
would call him, and he
Growers and showers.
he saw a piece of my content and blew it up.
I apologize. I can't pronounce your name, but hello.
Hi.
What to do my business is losing.
Losing.
What type of business are you in?
Yeah, tell us more. Tell me more. Tell me
So
more.
continue. I'm
so
sorry
much.
for cutting off.
You're good. I forget. Oh yeah. So like I do content creation, and then that was so today, like the SEO learning and everything, I like went back and redid a lot of my posts and stuff, and like, yeah, it was just a lot. So that was fun because I learned and I loved the learning part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to the content creation, and then social. So I do user generated content, which basically is like I create an ad for your business, and then I speak about your business, and then you can have that piece of content to share. So you're taking my name, my face, my tag, me talking about your business. I'm basically
You're
leasing out my following to
you're
you.
using you guys get to use her SEO
Mhm.
to your advantage. So what you do is you go to ugc.thejenniferclements.com
Yep.
and then you book on there.
Mhm.
And once you're a part of the following of the Jennifer Clements LLC,
Yeah.
you now get to take advantage of piggybacking the SEO portion.
Yeah.
So we've already built the SEO backlinks
Yeah.
and done all of the hard work. All we have to do is build content for your business.
Yes.
And then, and I say we, it's mostly her. And then we take and make all of this content for you. It's not like you have to have video content. We need to do a deep dive into your business.
Yeah.
We need to understand what your business is about.
Yeah.
And then we will do these meetings with you one on one, over the phone, in person, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And then we will explode your business.
We try to. I don't like to make any promises.
Well, and to that, so doing social media management, I want to make that very clear. Social media management is not here for us to take over your business
No.
or for you to count on the phone ringing because we did the social media post for you or anything like that. Social media management is for you to be recognized and have recognition.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will get recognized. I can say that. You will be in front of people because there are not people doing what we are doing and the
Not in
way
the
that we are
I was gonna
doing
say,
it.
not in the way of which we're doing it. Everybody has their own little flair and spice to it. And
I don't believe that there's anyone exactly there's not an exact replica of what we do because what we
Mm-mm.
do we built
Mhm. Yeah.
and we
Well,
have not shared it.
no,
We
and
it's like top secret.
not that we're gatekeeping it. It's just the fact that I don't have it perfected yet, that I feel like I'm like, "Yes, do this."
You're really good at it,
Thank you. Yeah, I
but it's not for sale.
well, in the way of which I go out and create content, there's so many people that can't do it.
No,
That it and I even like
and it's not even can't. They won't.
yeah. I mean, like, for instance, like, so if you go to my Facebook page, my Instagram page, if you go to my TikTok page, if you go to any of those, you can click on the link and it'll take you to my store, and you can pay and download there's for electrical, because I understand electrical and I never finished building out the rest of these posts. But basically what I did is I've created the video script for you with the hooks to post these videos. These videos matter. These videos, like a 60-second short, that's the content that's getting shared. That's the content that's like, oh, hey, that's got information in it. people are no longer reading content. They are, look at her go. They are visually like watching content. Like a post, if you take like a stagnant post, it's probably not going to get shared. But if you take an actual 30-second, 60, 15, 30, or 60-second clip and have some type of information about your business, who you are, or whatever, that's going to get shared. About like, oh, hey, just a reminder, don't forget to change out your AC filters. That's going to get shared. You'd
Yeah.
be surprised. So that's what I'm there you go. More often than not, what?
Yeah. It's going to get shared more often than not.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand until they actually dive into it.
Yeah. So if you go, like I said, if you go to my Facebook, my Instagram, or my TikTok, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's, like I said, there's a link, and I've got 30 days or 30 ideas with 5 hooks.
They're free.
This one's not.
Oh.
This one, because I put in the work to give you the hooks with the hashtags and the video
Gotcha.
and laid it out, this one's not free.
There is one in there that is free right now.
But
it won't stay for free.
No, but that's just the idea for the video. But what I'm getting at is like, yeah, it's 30 videos, but with the hooks in that particular one for electrical, you can take the video and record the hook. So essentially you got 5 times 30.
Yeah.
So if you, instantly. So if
Boom.
you can take that's basically scripts that I've given you, put it into your own words, wear your t-shirt out in the field, and you're growing. Like that's really all it is. Because even if you don't have the money to pay the big bucks to do an SEO to campaign, or you don't have the big bucks to do a social media manager, whatever, and you want to take and you want to bite off this social media content, or you've got somebody in your office that you're like, hey, I need help. Here's a side project for you. They can do this for you. Like, if you're not creating short form content, you're going to disappear.
Yes. You have to do this.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand. All right. So, because we're going to talk about this, I'm going to add in another page.
Okay.
Because we're going to, so I might as well capture.
What are we capturing?
The rest of it.
Okay.
All right. All right. So,
sorry.
All right. So, here we are now.
Here we are.
So, we are going to capture all of this on every channel now.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So, go back to what you were talking about, please.
I was just talking about short form content and about, like, for instance, the Jennifer Clements, which is my personal TikTok. And so I have 4 TikToks. 4. And I was just thinking, I was like, crap, I need to build one for the Contractor Solutions group.
CSG.
I need to build one for CSG. But I've got...
Oh, that's a whole nother one to grow.
That's a whole nother one to grow. Yeah. So I've got the Jennifer Clements, I got Everyday Moments, I got the Exit Point, and I've got the Feral Business Owners. That's 4 TikToks to create social media for. That's just my brand.
Yeah.
Or our brands. My is ours in my language.
Yes, it is. I don't care.
No, I don't either. I
really don't care. All right, so that boosted some stuff up. So we've got seven people on. All right, so
you have to create short form content. Go to my TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook page, click on the link, and get the content ideas to create your short form. For electrical, I have, and if you guys want a specific, if you're in a specific trade and you're like, hey, will you create me the video ideas for people for what's trending right now? Because ultimately, because I come from a trade background, I specifically like to create content for my tradespeople. And so that's where my content calendar idea or 30-day topics came from, is it's like, you can do nothing but succeed if you create 30 of these videos. And then to that, you then take 30 of those videos, you ask AI to create you 10 hooks for these posts, or 10 hashtags, whatever you want to do with it. Like, there's ways to do this, and I know I'm overwhelming people and they're never going to start. The hardest thing you can do is start. The easiest thing you can do is pivot. So even if you start wrong, it doesn't mean that you can't correct.
You have to start.
Yeah.
If you don't start, then that's on you. Brandon said, "Ah, shiz, you guys is live, killer."
Yeah, we is. Yeah. So that's my passion and my drive, man. And that and mindset, right? Because like obviously the whole thing that's coming up, like then I was even like, man, I've been writing my speech in my head
Yeah.
for like I probably have half of it written and I'm super excited. But I need to actually like type it out and then we're gonna go to the studio and record
Yes.
the speech.
We're going to the White Room.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like the White Room though.
I do too.
It looks good.
It's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah. It's
And
like,
then I'm gonna post it after you do it.
Mhm.
Just clips of it.
Oh yeah, it's like you can't
And I can't do the whole
you
thing.
can't do the
But
whole
I'm gonna
thing.
give like a little bloop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some teasers.
Yes. We are having the AI conversation tonight. No. No, we're not.
No, we're not having the AI conversation tonight.
No, we're just talking about how you can, like, if you're stumped or having a hard time on creating posts for social media or asking social media for hooks or, or writing your own hooks or whatever.
We
like,
already have it built.
Yeah, it is already built.
So you can go to ugc.thejenniferclements.com and place your order there.
Yeah, you can book a
Or
time.
you can book online.
Yeah,
and you can book some time one-on-one with yours truly.
Oh, me? I thought you were gonna go to you. Yeah, you would definitely sit down and talk about business. I will.
Or you can come to my page, CSG-USA, if you need some business coaching,
Mhm.
and book online there as well.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. For sure. The SEO market and the SEO like stuff is nothing that I want to dabble in. Like I do not want to and I'll probably eat my
No, we
words.
have people for this.
Yeah. Like I am not an SEO master. Not the SEO master. I am not the sensei of SEO, but I know somebody who is. So
As a tattoo artist, using AI for designs is new. Had no idea musical artists used it as well.
wow. that's
Everybody
cool.
is using AI. Everyone. Because it is so easy to type in a description. And once you've typed this description in, and you have to be very specific with your description in order to get exactly what you want, but you can get exactly to the T what you want.
Yeah.
If you use it properly.
Mm-hmm.
It is so cool.
Yep.
For anything. It doesn't matter if you're in a trade, if you're creating content, if you're trying to create lyrics for a song.
Yeah.
If you want an image for something, there are programs that you can ask it to make you an image for
Do you know
the
now?
background. Like I can ask it to put something here and it'll put something there.
Yeah. Did you know now that there's actual like AI scanners that will go in and like if you wanted to load like a PDF, I found this attachment today. I was looking at it, but so there's an attachment to the AI component.
Damn you made us talk about AI.
I know. There's an attachment that you can put in and it will read like whether it's an image, whether it's a document, so here's the other cool thing. You could put in court docs and have it scan it and say, explain this to me
In English?
in layman's terms, and it will do that.
Yeah.
Now,
Tell me what this says, please.
be careful because AI has the
They
disclaimer
also
at the
has
bottom.
interpretation issues.
Yes, it does. It does. So I'm not saying it replaces an attorney, but if you've got something where you're like,
I don't really
know.
understand this. Can you please help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking cool. But I mean, AI, I don't know where it's going to end. I don't know where it's going to.
I don't think it's going to end. Unfortunately, there are people using it inappropriately.
Oh, and it's disgusting.
And the inappropriateness of it is going to get it banned to some degree, I believe. But I think that they can use that somehow.
Yeah.
To shut that stuff off.
Yeah.
If it is so intelligent, there should be a way to say for the people that have created it,
Yeah.
don't allow this X, Y, and Z.
Right.
of course, they're not going to get it right the first time.
Right.
So there's going to be several, updates and reoccurring updates to fix bugs, just like there's updates on our phone
Yeah.
to fix things
Right.
because you never catch everything the first time.
No, you
And
don't.
then when you're launching something new, it just never happens.
Right.
I mean, shit. What do you know about building apps?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got one for sale.
Nah, got one on the platform.
Anybody want to buy an app?
Yeah.
It's not like it's a bad thing.
It's not. It's not a bad thing.
It's actually for sale for a good reason.
It is. Mhm. Awesome. Thank you for giving us a follow.
Yeah, thanks.
I appreciate that. Yeah, AI. Well, and to that, like we can't see
We can't see who you
our
are. It just says
username, so it
Facebook
just
user.
says Facebook user. So sorry about that for not saying,
Yeah, we would announce who you are if we could
Yes.
actually see you.
Yeah. But no, the only reason I was saying no to the AI conversation is because it really, like, you can go down the rabbit hole with the wrong engagement.
Yes.
That's the only reason I said no to it, because we've had to like
Well,
stop some live streams because of it in the past.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many different places to go.
Yeah.
And when you write something in there, it's like, okay, we can go this way, or you can rewrite it and we can go that way.
Yeah.
And it's all about how you format what you're trying to get across. Like
Yeah.
you can have a tone, just in a conversation, even instance, you can have a tone
Yeah.
and it can come across as aggressive,
Yes.
or you can say the same thing differently
Yeah.
with a better tone,
Yes.
with a calmer voice,
Yes.
and it come across in a completely different manner.
Yes. It's
So-
not what you say, but how you say it.
It is all and a lot about
And
interpretation.
I never understood that when my parents were telling me that. I'm like, what does that mean? But I mean, now I get it. And I say it to our kids.
And they're like, "What does that mean?"
I know. So we've got a lot of awesome new viewers, and we are a blended family. We have 5 kiddos, and we range from 17 to 6 months.
Yes.
So just a tidbit of information
So yeah, late
If-
at night is when we get to actually do.
until we go back to school.
Even then, it'll be our time because that's when
Yeah.
the little one goes to bed.
Yes, exactly.
So that's when we get to do our personal stuff.
Yeah.
Like during the day is all business, and then nighttime is us time.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So
So,
we're gonna do this laying in bed anyways.
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well record it.
Bed's not far away.
No, it's not. And that's why I appreciate our studio.
Yes, it's nice.
This is very nice.
It's a nice. It's a very nice. I like.
Mhm. Yep. We put the open invite out to business owners. You sent that mass email out this evening.
Yeah. So is anybody on here? Did anybody get my email?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Because I don't even know if it landed.
I don't know either. That's very interesting. Yeah. So the open invitation for CSG podcast was for us to have conversations with business owners, because that sparks a whole nother level in my brain. And I get so excited about business, and I love answering questions, whether it's like, or sharing my little nuggets of information about marketing that's not SEO related.
We're on CSG's Facebook pages right now. So we have a group, and then we have a page, and we have a group.
Yes.
And then we also have a YouTube page. So
Yes.
if you're on the page and on the group, or either or, you need to be on the Facebook, or on the YouTube channel as well. So
Yeah.
it's Construction Solutions Group LLC, and you'll see the logo. It's the same on YouTube. But go there, and that's where you'll watch the podcast with all of the information, because we don't always go live on the Facebook channels.
No.
The podcasts are actually about to hit, and I haven't talked to you about this, but they're about to go on Spotify
Oh, okay.
and iHeartRadio.
Fantastic.
So not only this podcast for our personal stuff, because it's going to go out, but both of our brands both CSG and the Jennifer Clements are going to go out and be on those channels.
Yeah, because the Feral Business Owners We're Just Here Figuring Shit Out is already
It's already there.
syndicated. Yeah, it's a syndicated podcast.
Yeah.
I'm a syndicated podcast owner.
Yeah. Me too.
You are. I leveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Times 3 or 4 or whatever it is we are at now.
I'm just talking about when I got a new partner.
Yeah.
I went up.
Yeah, you did. Several different sizes. What's up, girl?
Goodness.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fade me in, baby.
Can you post the links? That is great. Yes, we
James
can.
Templeton.
The
links to
probably
the other pages?
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna go with.
Sure.
What they're asking for. If you go to you, I will get the keyboard.
If I go to me like this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll post the links for sure. Is there anything that you guys want to hear about that we have been going through in this current season of our life? Like, we're an open book. So if you guys want to really hear what happened today, and we can just go through today. If y'all want to hear about today, let's do it. So today, we woke up kind of late, honestly, and in a rush because we had to haul ass. No shit. We had to haul.
We're super lucky that traffic wasn't bad.
Yeah. Well, I've been in that situation, right? So actually got pulled over by a state trooper because I was in such a hurry to the studio. And he's
Can I have
like,
the mouse?
why are you in such a hurry? You running late to something? I'm like, yeah.
Actually, do you mind not taking your time today?
He's like, here's a warning. Good luck. I'm like, thank you.
Appreciate ya.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm not
But
looking at the camera.
anyways, today we were in such a rush to get everything ready to go because we had a very, very special guest, actually two, that they delivered so much valuable information. And if you are a business owner and you don't watch this information that was deep dived into and then reach out to the people that we're posting it right now.
Yep.
Here it comes. If you don't reach out to these people, I don't know what to tell you to do past that. If you are a business owner and you're not doing the things that are talked about in these videos, you need to call us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make the connection. If you can't get a hold of these people, we'll make the connections. We don't mind helping people. This is what we do. We genuinely want to help each and every one of you grow your business to the next level. I don't care if you have 2 employees or if you have 200,000 employees. I really don't care. You're still a person. And you can still talk like a person. I don't care if you hold yourself here, you hold yourself here. It really doesn't matter to me. You're still a person, and I'll talk to you the same as I would the one guy or the other. It doesn't matter. Or one girl to the other. It does not matter to me. Who you are, what gender you, I don't care. I'm going to talk to you the same. And that's really me. I'm a pretty blunt person, and you're going to get the rawest version of me that's available.
Honestly.
So I'm going to be straightforward with you. You may not like it. You might like it a lot. I don't think I'm an asshole, but some people probably do. And I don't really care. I'm going to give you what you need to hear to your face, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to be here. So, point is, I want to see each and every one of you grow. I want you to grow in your personal life. I want you to grow in your business life. I want you to grow any way you can to be a better version of yourself. If that means you have to get rid of people in your life, if that means you have to get rid of things in your life, if that means you need to move on from this to that, if that means you need to take a step back and move into something else before you can take a step forward, those are all conversations we need to have.
Yeah, honestly. Okay, so if you guys look at the comments, I think I did the Contractor Solutions group for Facebook, and then I also did the Contractor Solutions group LLC for YouTube, and then I dropped our personal YouTube page, and then I also dropped my Jennifer Clements Facebook. If you want to go there, pretty much everything goes there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can find all the links.
Awesome.
Is there anything else?
No, I was just ranting while you were doing that.
No, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
I just want everyone to understand who we are, who I am, who you are, what our objectives are, what our goals are, and how real we really are.
Yeah.
Like, this is not fake. We're not
Mm-mm.
putting on a show
Mm-mm.
to gain anybody's attention.
No.
This is something that we would be doing with each other anyways. We're just
Yeah.
recording it.
Yeah.
This is
Agreed.
our life.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, and then the social media management, I feel like a majority of our social media management is actually business coaching.
It is for the most part.
Yeah. Like, because,
We
well,
have to dive into your business anyways to
Yeah.
understand how to post the content for your business.
yeah. And then with that is that's like, sorry, I don't want to miss anybody's comments. Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, James. Yeah, this is us. But the diving into something like in regards to like the content management, like we do more business coaching than anything. And like they come to us and they're like, "Hey, should we this? Should we that?" Or like, "Hey, what's the next thing that I can work on?" And I'm like, "It depends on your goals. Like, what are your goals?" And then
It's
I can
really
give
kind
you
of my favorite part. I know you're not you don't get as excited, I don't feel like, as I do about that.
I
Like,
do. I
I
do.
know you get excited, but I'm like, I want inside of these people's brains.
Yes.
Like, show me what it is you're working with in your head, and I can almost read it by your facial expressions
Well, you can
and
read it by the questions and how they ask the question.
and your and your body language.
Yeah.
Your body language tells me a lot about how you feel about your own self and your presence in your own business.
Yeah.
And if you're excited about it or not, because you can sit here and talk to me and you can think you're excited about something, but I can also tell if you're going to deliver on it by your body language.
Yep.
You can tell me all of these things that you want to do,
Yeah.
but I can look at you while you're telling me these things and I'll tell you straight to your face, you're not going to deliver that.
No.
You want me to do that for you, and I'm not here to do that for you.
Word. Word, big
Like,
word.
I will I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm not here to build your business.
No. We have enough
That is your
businesses.
business.
Yeah, we have enough businesses.
That's your damn business. I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't want to all right, if you wanna grow your business, great. Let's grow it. Let's grow it. Like, I'm not doing all the work for you. It's just not gonna fucking happen. I
Yeah.
promise you that.
Yeah. And when business coaching is more of soundboarding, honestly, it's like, hey,
It's throwing literally throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. All right. However, the shit that we're going to throw at the wall, it's going to stick because I'm going to be very fucking hard on you.
yeah. Yeah. You got to be willing to implement is a big part.
If you're not, and I will drop you.
Yes.
I'll drop you like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't want to listen and if you don't want to put in the work, don't even pick up the phone. Don't call me. Do not even attempt
Yeah.
to try if you're not willing to put in the
Right.
work.
Well, and one of the biggest like things that I've run into is it's like they want, you know, They're like, "Oh, I wanna fix my team." Okay, but what about you? What about you as the owner?
How are you
Why are you so
if
focused
you're
on
gonna
fixing the team when you need to fix your own mindset first?
why do you think your team's a problem?
Right. Are you not identifying as you the problem? Like, that's the statement that I can't stand the most when it comes to business
Uh,
coaching is, "I wanna fix my team."
yes.
I can't stand that. Like, you're not like
My team sucks. Who's the leader?
yeah,
All right, so I'm gonna dive into that for a minute. Who's the leader, right? Let's talk about that.
okay.
So a boss,
Is not always a leader.
if you all right, if you're calling yourself the boss puts himself first.
Yeah.
The boss takes the check first. Yes. The boss puts himself and his family before all of his employees.
Mhm.
The boss is going on vacation 24/7 and is not in sight. The boss will always think of his employees as a number.
You know what I also can't stand? And we've done th and we've
Now,
d hang
hang
on.
on. I'm not done.
I said, "Hang on." I said, "Hang on."
I'm not done. So a leader puts their employees first.
They
And
do.
watch me change my tone.
Mhm.
A leader puts their employees first. A leader
Yes.
puts their employees' families first
Yes.
because they have families, food, and they got to put food on tables for families. They think about the families and their kids, and then they invite these people into their personal space, and then they invite these people to do. And I'm not saying as a business owner that you need to get that close to these people. Honestly, that's don't get me wrong, okay? Because there's a stopping point, there's a break point that you need to have between ownership and employees. However, there also needs to be a camaraderie where you go out and do things with these people that you work with, not that work for you, that you work with. Because if it wasn't for them, you would not have a fucking dime.
Right.
You would not have a pot to piss in.
Nope.
You would not be able to go on these extravagant vacations or whatever it is that whatever you're doing
Yeah.
as the owner, not the boss, as the owner, as the leader, you would not have a damn thing
Right.
if it wasn't for your team.
So here's my other question that I was gonna get at. You know how many times I have sat back and watched owners have meetings and they think that they think their employees are excited to be there or that they want to be there. They don't want to be there because and you know what statement I feel like you know what statement I'm gonna say next. They think they're getting their team excited, and the last thing their team hears this owner say when they're done with the meeting is,
Go make me money.
"All right, go make me some money." And I shit you not, that has happened so many times, so many, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me
The
right now?"
words literally fucking come out of their mouth.
Yes.
All right, go make
Make
me
me
some
some
money.
money.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
All right. How about fuck you? I'm
Yeah,
out.
I'm out. Like, no, that is such an awful nobody wants to fucking be your money slave.
No,
God.
if that's what I am, dude, I'll go do it for my fucking self.
Right?
Honestly, I'm already
Shit.
doing it.
You just don't
I'll
have the overhead and liability.
fuck
you're
it, but
fuck
I
it.
can take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
All it
fucking
is me taking another fucking step.
I hate that statement so much, and that
That
is the mindset that's going to kill your
actually,
business.
it's the mindset that made me a business owner of my own.
Really?
People saying that to me over and over and over kept putting me in the position.
You
I
can't
have bounced in and out of my businesses
Mhm,
over the years and jumped out of owning a business and worked for somebody and jumped
mhm.
out of a business and worked for somebody due to trials and tribulations of
Right,
starting up things and
right.
them not working out. and still having to provide for a family. I've done this.
Yeah.
And every time that I've gone to work for somebody else, I'm like, fuck you, I'm done with this.
So, okay, so my history is a little bit different.
Fucking hate it, people.
Yes, it drives me it's so
I don't hate people. I just
it's
hate people that are like that.
it drains
I'm
my
not working for a boss.
it drains my heart and my soul to watch everything that these people you can see just everything leave their body. Like you can see their motivation, their happiness, like everything just completely sulks out of their body and they are just left with this shitty ass mindset of like I'm just here to make him money. Like that is not what you want out in the field turning wrenches.
Fucking sweating over here.
I know. I'm glad you're in your thing. Okay. What he's saying is true, but we always make it. And I get it. But you're never gonna okay, so that's the difference between making it and thriving. Like that's honest, your mindset is the difference. Yeah, you might be able to keep the doors open. Yeah, you might be able to keep going, but are you gonna thrive? Are you gonna be able to keep people knocking on the door that want to be employed for you, or are you going to have a hard time finding people that want to be employed by you? And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Couldn't find employees.
The name gets ruined.
Yes.
And you would be surprised, even in a very high populated community
Mhm.
in which we are in, which is the DFW Metroplex.
Mhm.
I've been in this trade or in a trade, not this trade.
Yeah.
I've been in a trade area of the same people, if you will, right?
Mhm.
Supply houses, ownerships of different
Mhm.
companies, and you run into these people
Mhm.
through going
Over
to
and over and over and over again.
events and getting
Yeah.
certifications and
Yeah.
whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So you're going to see these people no matter what.
Mhm.
And they're going to say, "Who you working for? Who you working for? Who you
Mhm.
working for? Who you working for? Who you working?"
Mhm.
And then there's a story behind why. It's going to come out.
Mhm.
If you're a shitty boss
Mhm.
and not a leader, your name's getting out there, I promise you.
Oh yeah. And they're like,
And that is why you can't hire people.
Yep. I agree. So you can either create a culture where people are in line to be hired by you, or you're going to create a culture where you have to go and wait in line to find employees. Which one are you going to be?
I don't know. I'm going to be me. I'm going to continue to do me.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone. I get that.
Yeah.
But my passion is to help you grow.
My passion is to help the mindset and you guys grow and understand the shifts that need to happen and identify the fact here's the deal is if your mindset's not right, you're wasting your money on having a sales coach coming in, you're wasting money on your SEO marketing, you're just wasting your money on all of it. Just go back to a truck and a truck, you and yourself, because you're
That's all you're
wasting
going to do.
you're wasting everything that you have with the wrong mindset. And
Very true.
that's
Very true. Don't go buy 7 trucks and hire 14 employees
Mhm.
and go put those 14 employees in a truck because it's going to cost you more money and overhead and SEO
Mhm.
and all of it. Just in overhead in general. We'll just
Mhm.
call it overhead trucks,
Yeah.
the whole fucking 9 yards, right?
Yeah.
It's going to cost you more money than you can actually just go make yourself by putting your ass in the truck
Mhm.
and just
Yeah.
running a one-man operation
Right.
because you don't have the right mindset to be a business owner and leader.
Right.
If you want to be the boss
Mhm.
and you want to call yourself a boss,
Mhm.
just put your ass in the truck by yourself.
Mhm.
That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. I agree. I absolutely agree. I 100% believe that leaders want to be able to pick their employees. That is not how the culture of which a majority of businesses are run. That's not the culture. That's just not it. And it's saddening because we are trying to raise the value of the trades, and we're trying to get homeowners to pay more for our services, and we're that's the whole statement is we're trying to. But then you've got business owners and bosses who are closing their meetings with, "Okay, now go make me some money."
Yeah, large corporations can get away with this to a certain extent,
Yeah.
and it's stupid that they get away with that. And they really don't. If you really think about it, they really don't get away with it
Mm-mm.
because their employee retention rate is not
Yeah,
high.
it's not.
And I'm talking about, working at a huge, let's say you're working at a huge chain restaurant or a huge chain grocery. They're on a national scale, right?
Yeah.
Or even like a supply house that's on a national scale. And you are, and this goes both ways, right? To a certain degree, but if you're just a number there and you're getting treated by the boss, and at that level there are several bosses, you are literally like an ant in an ant
Mhm.
hill.
Yeah.
So you leaving doesn't bother them.
No.
It doesn't affect their business.
No.
If you are on that scale, if you were on the scale of a business that's probably one, I'll say a
Under 15.
1 to 500
Mm.
scale, that size of a business, I think that you have a great opportunity to be a leader
Yeah.
and still have multiple levels of management
Yeah.
and create those managers into leaders as well
Yeah.
by design
Yep.
because you built from here to
Yeah.
here. If you're building from here to here, that's a whole nother thing too. If you're inheriting this and you're starting up here, that is a whole different issue.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you actually building from the bottom up and from the bottom up of a company that you started by yourself.
Right.
So if you built a company from 1 to 500 or 1 to 200 or 1 to 15 or whatever, 1 to 20, and you have different levels of management and you train the management to be, and this is very hard to do, but it is doable. I've done it. I've created levels of management that are as close to me as I could fucking get.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't put up with anything less
Mhm.
to manage my guys.
Mhm.
Like, and I would go bird dog the shit out of them, even in the field. Like, how are you treating my guys?
Mhm.
How are you treating my guys? How are you treating these guys? How are you are you showing up there? Are you showing up with this? Are you showing up with that? Are you giving them the information they need? Like, you've got to take that responsibility on as the owner and the leader
Yeah.
to lead your pack.
Honestly, without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt. It just breaks my heart to see somebody in the trades who's worked so hard because the majority of these people who are in the trade have started off with nothing. They came into the trade with legit nothing. And to be at a place where they're just treated as a money slave is there's no, there's no procedure on how to do a service call. There's no consequences for being late. So with that, with there being no consequences for being late, there's also no incentive to be good. There's no incentive to be on time because there's no consequences to be late. So that also plays a huge role in mindset of employees. The give a damn's gone. The give a damn is gone because, I'm just a money slave. The guy who is complete shit, who barely shows up, wants to go home early, calls and yells at the office staff. Nothing happens to him. But here I
Nope.
am working, picking up the calls that he doesn't want to like I'm doing my absolute best. I'm not incentivized. Yeah, I might make overtime, but I'm not incentivized. I'm not praised. I'm not glorified. I'm not anything. So, like, that's not leadership. That's tried and true money slave to me. And that is not a culture that's going to thrive in business.
No, it's not.
And it just makes me sad because like I said, these people and these tradesmen and tradeswomen who are coming in have absolutely nothing, and they've worked for every single level that they have. They've worked for every single he's still asleep. They've worked for every single hour, every single skill, everything. They've worked so incredibly hard. Every tool that they have, every tool that they carry, like there's blood, sweat, and tears, and maybe a missed meal to buy the new drill set. Like there's so much that goes into making your business money, and you've got to change the mindset of which you treat these people.
You do.
I don't know what to say. Like I obviously I'll have a lot to say when I go to the speaking event because it's my topic is mindset.
Yeah, well, I'm
And
sure it's helping right now.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, just diving into it, and yeah, I get worked up when we talk about these things, and we're on our personal channel right now too, and this is not the vibe of our personal channel.
It's not.
At the same time, on our personal channel, I don't mind this conversation either
I don't
because
either.
we don't hide anything.
We don't.
And so we're going to dive into today anyways,
Yeah.
just probably in a different
Right.
different
So
way.
like
But there are questions that are popping
yeah,
up that fire me up, man.
I
Like
know, I love it.
they do.
I love it. Yeah.
Like I am so in touch with myself and how I want to be treated and how I want to treat people that it pisses me off to watch
Yeah.
other people get treated like shit.
Yep. Agreed. It honestly does. Yeah. And people think and business owners, and this has been what I've experienced and what I've watched, is business owners think that because there's some type of loyalty, they can treat employees how they want.
Yeah, they do.
And to a degree, yeah. But ultimately, you're not going to get the maximum out of that person. You're
No.
not going to get their maximum capabilities. They're going to stop at some point. They're going to cut corners. They're not going to care about their
So the
they're just
last
not going to
company
care.
that I had to work for because it wasn't mine,
Mhm.
I managed it,
You
right?
did. Yeah.
So even as a manager, I was still the leader
Mhm.
of the pack.
Yeah.
They still would try to go around me to the owner, which is
Yes.
fine
Yeah.
because this happens
Yeah.
in every business.
Yeah.
They're always going to reach around to the higher up to see if they can get a step further past you.
Mhm.
Um, from an owner's perspective,
Back up your
if you don't
leadership.
set that up properly to have a stopping point, no, you go talk to him. No, you go talk. That is your higher up, not me.
Yeah.
Because once you're at a certain level, yes, you need to integrate with them. But if someone already told you to do something, that's the way that it gets done.
It's no different than trying to play your parents against each other, right?
No,
Like our
it's
kids
very much manipulation.
yeah, like our kids try and do the same shit to us.
Yeah,
Like,
it's manipulation.
yeah.
But because they think that they have a relationship higher up, they can get away with more. And then as soon as they go out into the field, they come and tell me about it. Guess what I got away with? I walked on him on it again. You know what I got this time?
Mhm.
I got more money.
Mhm.
I got I got this paid for.
Mhm.
Oh, I got a gas card.
Mhm.
Oh, I got
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
And most of the time, these guys that are getting these things, I wouldn't have ever gave it to them
No.
because they are not at the level to receive it yet.
Right.
They haven't put in the work to receive the things that they're asking for.
Right.
So because they got a no from me for asking for it, they asked for it too soon, but they didn't just get a no from me. They got a no and an explanation. I
Yes.
don't ever just deliver a no.
No.
There's a no and an explanation, and yeah, there's also a yes with that no. Yes, we can get to that point,
It's a no for now.
but we're going to go through these steps to get to that point,
Yeah.
and we're going to work towards it.
Yep.
And I'll help you work towards it.
Yep. That is so true. That is so freaking true. Yeah, and then and then having ownership or even your people above you not back up the policies and procedures that are written that people signed off on.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So why
I
write? So why write them to begin with?
I write I me I write the handbook. I even wrote it for the last company,
You did. Yeah.
and this company didn't have one in place
No.
for how many years? I I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Long time. So how do you implement things that are not signed off on, that are not agreed to, that are not? How do you?
Well,
How are
why?
you supposed? How are you even
Why?
going to run a business if you don't
Why?
have shit in place?
I'm gonna leave.
Processes and procedures.
I'm gonna leave a ring on your table. I'm sorry.
How do you run a business without processes and procedures? A successful one.
That's called a hobby.
Yeah.
That's called a hobby. Yeah. If you don't have policies and procedures in place, it's a hobby. So if you're not willing to hold accountability to the policies and procedures, just do yourself a favor and don't hire employees because nobody is going to work to the standard of which you work. So unless you are ready to hold people accountable to those standards, don't hire employees. You're never, ever, ever, ever going to find somebody as bought into your business or thoughts or ideas
Never.
or procedures as you. It's never going to happen. So
Never.
if you're not ready or can't because of your personality type or what the fuck ever, if you can't hold people accountable, don't hire anybody. You're
Fucking close the
wasting your
doors.
money.
Close your fucking doors.
Yes, you're wasting your time.
That's stupid. It's so. It sucks to watch.
It does suck to watch.
It sucks to be a part of something and watch it fall apart and put all of your effort into something just to have and knowingly you're putting your effort into this and you know that that person that's on top of you, not literally but hypothetically on top of you as far as ownership, the person that is on the
Top of the
top
pyramid.
of the pyramid, they're literally every time going to give in
Mm-hmm.
and discard the processes and procedures that you put in place.
Yeah.
You eventually just go fuck it, whatever, and then you join
The fuck it all.
the fuck it all team,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and then we band together as the fuck it all team, and then we fuck it all up.
Yeah.
You know why?
Fuck it all.
Fuck it. I'm getting paid the same because
Yeah.
you promised me I'm gonna get paid this amount of money, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. 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 And you're not
Honestly,
and you're not willing to back me up. You're not willing to, and here's the deal. Here's the other thing that irritates the shit out of me about business owners. They think they're going to also fix the entire situation by hiring a management person. And then that management person, like you, writes the handbook and then slides the handbook across the table and is like, read this because when they sign it, it has to be followed through. And then they go,
oh yeah,
and then
you watch me
Yes.
every time I hire somebody, and I
yes,
listen. I clean fucking house.
yes,
I started with a fresh fucking slate of people
yes,
from top to bottom.
yes,
I came in and I wiped the fucking board off.
yes, you did.
Every single person because they would not respect me because of the person on top allowing the disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
So I cleaned the fucking board.
Yep.
You know why? Because I needed respect.
Yeah.
And if I'm not going to get respect out of the people that I'm leading, I don't fucking want you on my team.
Right. Which was a huge part of why I left because it didn't matter what I did, there was no respect. And so, like, just as much as they were feeling I'm I'm just a money slave. Ultimately, that's what came out about me. And so I was like, okay, we done here. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So, and it didn't matter. Like, I was going nowhere. I was trying hard, implementing shit, working hard, doing
You did everything you were asked to do,
yes.
plus a fuck ton more,
Yeah.
and it was never recognized.
No. Nope. Yeah. So, But you can't, like, the whole point of it is it's like I was going to these trainings and I was learning and I was like, okay, we're gonna implement this, we're gonna implement this, and then we'd get back, or I would
And
get back
still pay for it.
and slide slide it across the table and be like, this is what we're gonna implement. And
Oh,
then
and it would be like fucking hoorah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We did about that much of it that got implemented.
Yeah,
And
but even then it would get implemented, but there'd
and
be no
but then it
follow
would be,
through.
yeah, there would not be a follow through.
No.
As far this even went down to uniforms. Like
Yeah, some people had to wear them and some people didn't.
everybody's got them.
Mhm.
Gonna order them for everybody because you know why? You signed a fucking 2-year contract. So you might as well fucking order them, right?
Yeah.
So order them for everybody, but not everybody's got to wear them. Not everybody's got to dress the part. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll get everybody in the office to dress the part. That's how I'm going to get everybody in the field to do it.
No, you
That's
get
a fucking stupid statement. Why don't you just fucking have the conversation with everybody in the field? You're going to wear this shit or you're going to fucking get the fuck out.
Yeah. But no, that wasn't the case, because what if they leave and you are in your
Oh,
and your
man.
management style sucks so bad that you're not gonna find anybody because your name is so tarnished out in the
Yeah,
world.
fuck that.
I know. Yeah.
That's a stupid mindset.
It is a stupid mindset. So,
Uh,
yeah.
anyways, sorry.
Mhm. So my business background kind of sprinkles all over the place. So started off in the trades, electrical wise, many, many, many years. And then like the recession hit but even before then, like, okay, so I've got military background, I'm a veteran. I have owned a t-shirt business where I did screen printing of t-shirts and that sold that business. That was cool. Went to
You
school.
sold that business?
I did sell it.
Sweet.
It was called Letters Out Loud, LOL. Letters
Nice.
Out Loud. Yeah, it was a cool name. And
This
then
is a story I haven't heard. I would like to
yeah,
hear more.
yeah. I
See,
was
this is real raw shit that we put on here.
yeah,
Some of these conversations we never fucking had,
yeah.
and we have them here.
Yeah, I owned a t-shirt business. It was called Letters Out Loud. It was LOL for short, and I did screen printing. So I know how to do I know how to make the screens. I know how to develop it's called vellum, I think. I know how to like break apart. I know when somebody's like, "Yeah, it's a $25 screen print t-shirt," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it is. That shit's expensive, and if it's white, it has at least 3 coats on it." Like, charge what you need to charge. Like, I know how much that shirt cost. So yeah, I know how to do that. I've done photography um from birth to weddings to family to, I mean, all of it. Um so that part of business I've done obviously I've done marketing, I've done apps, I've done I went to school, I got certified in X-ray and lab, and I did that for 2.5 years. That was cool. Like I said, the t-shirt company. I mean, there's like I've got a lot of business experience in a
Yeah.
lot of random shit, but it all adds up. And your experiences matter when you're talking to other people about business and why people leave.
Your trials and tribulations.
Yes. Yeah. So no, yeah, the
Maybe I
LO
should have named that the podcast of the
Yeah.
night instead of decompressing from today. But I feel like we're still decompressing.
Oh
from
yeah, we
today.
are. Yeah, no, LOL, Letters Out Loud was my t-shirt business. It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
I made t-shirts for
How
like
much did you make off that business?
it wasn't a lot, but it was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool that
Yeah.
you actually got to sell a business.
Yeah, it was cool that I got to sell a business. Yeah, it was pretty neat. So I've had
So
that.
what was the transaction like? I'm curious.
I mean, whatever they had to do to get the money, I just put it up for sale and they paid me cash. I was like,
They gave you just cash.
just cash.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Well, I paid cash. I
Was
paid
it
cash.
just for the name, or was there assets and stuff?
No, so I had a complete setup. So I had the developer, I had the screens, I had the screen rack, I had I think it was an 8-head screen printing press, and then I had the t-shirt dryer and then a flash heater, which in between layers of ink you have to flash dry your shirts. So yeah, and in that, and I called it the sweatshop because it was fucking hot.
Yeah.
You have whether you know this or not, when you are doing ink for t-shirts, everything's cured with heat. And so, yeah. when
So
you're
you can
screen printing.
appreciate what Dope Marketing's doing.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
Have you seen their new setup?
No, I haven't. I know
Oh,
you watched that video earlier. I heard his
no,
voice.
I've seen like the whole new setup because
Mhm.
they moved shops a couple of months ago,
Mhm.
right around the time we were. Actually, it's been a while, I guess,
Yeah.
because
It
it's
was
been a
right
while.
after
Right after
it
Florida,
was right after Florida, yeah.
so or during Florida, they were moving, but they got everything set up afterward,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. So no, I've done I'm a really creative person, which was the reason for opening the t-shirt shop,
Yeah,
but like I didn't have the support. When you own a business, the support that you have at home matters.
it does.
And if you don't have a person who understands entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship and what it takes to do that, you're not going to be successful. So before you go and start a
No.
business, you need to evaluate what support you have at home and if you're going to have to fight the person at home and fight to open a business, you're going to lose one of those relationships.
You're
You're
just
either
not
going to
gonna
lose
fight.
you're going to either lose your business or you're going to lose that relationship. So ultimately, the reason I stopped doing letters out loud in the business was that I didn't have the support. So I sold everything. I mean, no, there were assets, but the cool thing is that I paid cash for everything.
Yeah,
So when I sold it all, no, it was no big deal.
it's like boom,
Yeah, I was like, sweet, cool, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah,
peace out.
it was cool. It was interesting. But to that, that was also around the time that you could start getting t-shirts and shit online. So it was super competitive, and I didn't know enough about digital marketing, how to make myself relevant.
Yeah,
So I know more about business now, which is a huge reason why I was like, dude, because I had somebody at home telling me I wasn't going to be successful, I was never going to be successful, is how I took it.
yeah.
And so it was just easier to sell everything. And so then I was like, okay. And I think after that, that's when I went and got my X certificate and started working medical field. What you looking for, Boo Bear? Oh, you want the mouse? So,
So because of the time, I'm gonna kill a couple of pages
oh, okay.
so that we can get into our after dark
Oh, okay.
and kind of change up
The appropriate content for the appropriate pages.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for tuning in from Facebook and the group and everything. However, you are now going to get removed.
Okay, bye.
I don't know how to do this exactly. I'm learning.
Yeah, you're doing a good job, honey. Click each one where you want to go, there you go. And then click remove. There you go. And then remove. Perfect. And then
I
click.
got them.
Yeah, you got it. You got this. You do a good job.
I do it.
You do it.
I do it good.
You do.
Hope everybody enjoyed the business talk.
Yeah, I know I did.
I got a little heated.
I could feel the fire. I like it though. Ooh.
Just wait till later. I give you some more spice.
You got me off guard, boo.
I give you some more spice.
You got me off guard.
That spice is nice.
Spice is nice. Where are we staying live at, Boo Bear?
Just us.
Okay. On Facebook and the YouTubes. Facebook and the YouTubes. Yeah, cool. We have 2 people still.
Can't imagine who they are. Who's still here?
Yeah.
Say your name. What your name is.
Make a comment.
I'll even post you up
Posty.
like that. But I don't know if that's you there.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's crazy. I was just thinking about, and this thought crossed my mind, and I can't remember during which podcast. I think it was during Jason's, where we with him, and he was talking about like, or maybe it was even maybe it was during both. Anyways, These kids.
The children.
These kids.
Y'all need to go bed.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this. It's talking about the fire of life. And it was talking about how like you are who you surround yourself with. And ultimately it goes back to this in I want to write a book about, and we just talked about this. I want to write a book someday and I want to become a published author because it seems like published authors and public speakers go like just go hand in hand, you know?
Not someday, soon.
Yeah. So
Before the attorney lawyer act happens, I'm going to help you
write one
publish
book. That's
publish a book. Not write it.
it. Publish it.
I'm going to help you publish it.
That's awesome. So what this comes down to is everybody has a fire of life. Where are you going? Oh. Everybody has a fire of life. I told you. It drives me nuts every time I look at it. I do. You got spicy. We have a mini fridge. He's getting up to get something to drink. So everybody has a fire of life. And if you think about it, everybody's got a campfire. And that fire is who you are. It's your energy of life. And you've got people in your life who either fuel you on, kick dirt on your campfire, or you've got people that are stealing logs that are you already put the energy in to light on fire, and they're stealing them and running them off to their campfire because they think that's how they're going to get their shit lit. But by the time they take that log over there, it's already out. Like you can't steal from somebody else's fire and think that you're going to get your fire going. That's not how it works. What? Oh yeah, you are. This is like
stole my fire.
Really?
This is my story.
No. So, like, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to come back. Oh, this is just for everyone. And I had this like, vision and years ago. But here's the deal is it's like you only want to keep the people in your life that are continuing to bring fuel to your fire. Like they're bringing you logs to throw onto your campfire so that you keep going. Because they're excited about you. Now, people sometimes are going to disguise themselves as fuel givers or log givers to your fire, to your life, to your mission. They're going to disguise themselves. And then once they give you, what it is that you need to keep going, then once they give you this fire, this log, or this fuel, they're going to start kicking dirt and start putting it out. And then you got to work harder. And then you got to go out and you got to find more fire and more drive because you've got these people in your lives that are doing nothing but kicking dirt. And then to that is it's like, the bigger your fire gets, the larger the light. And you'll notice the larger your light and the larger the fire, the more people you attract. And once that happens, like once your fire gets so big, you're going to have people that are going to want to like come admire it, come ask you how you got there, where'd you go to find those logs to put on this campfire. The larger it's almost like if you've ever driven out in the middle of the country and you've looked at a barn and there's a huge light at the top of the barn and you've seen nothing but all these bugs attracted to it. It's just because it's the only light source for miles and they are drawn to that light. It's no different. The larger your light gets and the larger your fire for life becomes, the more people you're going to attract. And then at that point, it's no longer about the maintenance of your fire, but the maintenance of the people around your fire. And you've got to be careful about the people that you have because you only want to maintain the people who are continuing to bring you fuel, continuing to bring you fire, continuing to bring you logs. And you've got to make sure that you're able to filter out the people that are one, stealing what's already lit, and two, kicking dirt. Because not everybody is going to be brave enough or have the gall to steal what you've already worked on. They're just going to kick dirt and talk shit and put you down and put you out.
But you will have the people that are ready to steal your shit and steal your fire, steal your flame.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to think.
And they're jealous
Mhm.
to the degree of the relationships that you've created, the things that you have produced for yourself, the way that you handle yourself.
Yeah.
They're jealous for a whole a whole slew of reasons.
Yeah. And so they think just because they run up and they grab that one log that's already on fire that you've put in the work and the fuel, and you had to go out and harvest that log, right?
That's
You
right.
had to harvest it, you had to cut that tree down, you had to search the woods for a tree that was already down, like whatever it was, you still drug that back to throw back on your fire. And they think just by going and stealing that from you and hauling it back to their campfire,
Now
they
it's
think
theirs.
well, not only that, but they also think that that log is going to fuel their fire. What they don't understand is that fires take work. You have to dig out the ashes, you have to provide it oxygen, you have to bring it new fuel. So even though they may steal that log, they're not going to have another log to catch next.
Yeah.
So it's like fires take work, life takes work. So just because people are coming into your life and they are stealing from you, they're not going to be successful. But you've got to be driven enough to, I don't know what the login is. You have to be dedicated enough to do your maintenance in your life to make sure you don't have the people who are stealing from you or kicking dirt on your fire. But also too, there's also distraction people. When your fire gets large enough and you start drawing enough people, you're going to have people that are part of the distraction of you going out and getting more.
Yes.
And so you also have to keep those people to a minimum and have so that you can preserve yourself and preserve what you've built, because they're going to be distraction to the point where it's like so many people are going to be asking, how'd you do this? How'd you do this? How'd you do this? How'd you do this? You're not going to be able to answer all of them.
No, you're
So
not.
you're going to have to make sure that you put yourself in a position and a place where you've got a way to filter through the people who are really there to learn and the people who really want to actually what's the word I'm looking for? Like they actually want to go out and replicate what you've done to make sure. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't be afraid. All right. So we're talking about ownership, right?
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of the people that are in your group that want to create something for themselves either.
Right.
So I don't want that to get misconstrued
No.
by any stretch of the imagination,
Mm-mm.
because always empower the people that are in your group to do better for themselves.
Yeah.
If you have someone on your team that you, and majority of the time these people will tell you on the front side, because that's their personality type, that I want to at and this is part of my interview process for me personally. When I'm interviewing somebody, what are your goals moving forward, and what are your long-term goals, what are your short-term goals?
Yeah.
And majority of the time, the personality type of the person that wants to do something on their own will tell you that they've already tried it before
Yes.
and they want to do it again,
Yeah.
but they're in a
But they need
season
to,
of their life that they need a pause or a break or whatever's going on in their
or
life.
they've even identified the fact that they're like, hey, I didn't know it all. I need to go
Yeah,
back. There's some things missing that I need to learn.
absolutely.
Yeah. So
So there are people that are genuine in this sense. That's where I wanted to kind of to jump off for a second. There are people in this sense that are good people that really want to, progress in their life, and you should allow that.
yeah.
Not that you have a choice anyways,
Right.
but I should probably rephrase it. You should empower that
Yeah.
as the owner, as the leader. You should empower these people to progress and move
Yeah.
forward and become a better version of themselves.
Yeah. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong.
That is true leadership.
It is true leadership, but there's
And then whenever they do progress into whatever they're going to do, there's a high likelihood, very, very, very high likelihood that it becomes a partnership, because they're going to niche themselves into it might be the same trade, but it may be a different part of the trade.
yeah.
Like they may go into commercial, you're a residential person,
Yeah.
and they're going to get calls and they need somewhere for those calls to go that they don't want to touch, so that they come to you.
Yeah.
And if you are a leader and you lead these people properly, these it is just it comes
Yeah.
right back
It
to
does.
you.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with helping people out either, but you also just have to make sure that you're aware of how much you're helping out. Because if you keep lighting shit on fire, having a conversation with somebody and giving and just keep giving and just keep giving, eventually you got nothing left. You got embers. You can't give from an empty spirit. You can't give from an empty drive. You
You can't
can't
give from
give.
an empty wallet.
You can't. So you've also have to keep like it's okay to help people. It's
Yeah.
okay to give things. It's okay. That's okay.
You
I'm
just
just
can't
saying you've
overextend.
got to watch how much fire you've got left.
Mhm.
You have to protect this. And ultimately, like this whole like vision for me came about because like I, I had a dream one night where I was just like, it was me personally just standing around looking at my fire and it was embers and it was smoldering. And it
Yeah.
was just like, and I was just standing there and asking, like, why? Why? And it was just like, because you keep letting people walk off with your shit. Like, you are so happy and so willing, and your heart is so big.
That is you.
You just give it away.
That is
And
you.
it is
To a
me.
flaw.
It is to a flaw.
That is me to a flaw as well.
Yeah, but this like I
There's got to
never.
be a cutoff.
Yes.
There are friendships all day long,
Yes.
and there are friendships that believe that
I'm
for
talking about
whatever
even
reason,
I'm talking about even in business. Like
yeah,
this is not even just a friend thing. This is this.
understand, but it goes even into that.
Yeah. This even goes into marriages. Like this is a relationship on any aspect.
Exactly. There are at some point, because of your personality type, it becomes an expectation from someone else
Yeah.
because you've given,
Yeah.
and now it's expected of you. And that is complete and total bullshit. So there is no reason that anybody should be taken advantage of like that. No one should have an expectation of you 24/7 like they own you. And that is what it turns into for certain people, relationships of all sorts. If you have the personality type that you're so giving, you will do anything for anybody. You'll give the shirt off your back. Guilty of it myself. You will give. And now it is set as an expectation for everyone that is partaked in that mindset. And they will continue to take and take and take until you have literally nothing left and you are nothing but a shell of a person, and you're burnt out. And now you finally, because you have nothing left, you're at the very fucking bottom of your life and you feel completely useless and worthless because you have nothing left to give at this point,
Right.
because it has literally been stolen from you,
Right. So then
because
you're
somebody took it to the next fucking level and just hammered it until you are just left with nothing.
yeah, so at that point you're either left in the dark or you're left with being a burden on somebody else's fire because now you don't usually at that point you don't have the energy to go out and find your own fuel anymore. And then you're like looking around for all the other fires that are happening and you just stand around with your hands in your pockets because that's how defeated you are.
Yeah.
You have two choices. You
It's
can stay in the dark and stay in the cold, or you can go find the closest fire and stand next to it.
that's
You
some deep
usually
shit.
you what?
That's some deep shit.
I know. And you usually what happens is you stand there with your hands in your pockets. You don't even have the energy to have a conversation. You
Mm-mm.
just stand there.
You're so you will be so closed off,
Yeah.
and you won't even be yourself.
Mm-mm.
You're in the background.
Yeah.
And
And
even
it's
to this point,
and so here's the thing
you
is
can speak and not even be heard.
Mhm. Yeah.
People stop even listening to you.
Yep.
They just shove you aside
Mhm.
and back. And you
Yep.
can talk as loud as you fucking want to talk,
Mhm.
and they don't listen
Mm-mm.
because you stop putting out, you stop giving,
Mhm.
you stop doing what the
Mhm.
expectation is.
Mhm.
And so you get pushed to the wayside.
Yeah.
That's a toxic relationship.
It is a toxic relationship. And then also to that is it's like people
When you are no
there's also people out there whose fires are very, very big because they are the type of people that are able to go and convince people to give up logs. They
Yeah.
didn't get anything from them, but they're so good and their fire looks like it's huge and it looks like they're successful and it looks like shit's going on for them, but ultimately all they're able to do is convince other people for their fuel. That's it. That's the only reason their fire is existing, is they're able to either manipulate people or bully people out of their fuel. And that's why their fire looks so big and so attractive
Oh, let me tell you something else though.
because they're not working.
Let me tell you something else though.
Mm,
Just because their fire looks big and attractive
mhm.
doesn't mean they're happy people.
No. Nope.
And
That's why
they
I'm saying
can
it's just because.
they can have so much money
Mhm.
and be so miserable still with themselves.
Yeah.
They can have all this glamorous shit,
Here's the deal.
but still be a miserable, shitty person.
The people who are happy, their fire and flames burn at a different color. And you can identify that.
Yeah.
You could absolutely identify that. And it's almost like when a fire gets burning so hot
When it turns blue.
when it turns blue. Like the people's whose internal fire is not just an external fire of I have people to impress.
Yeah.
When their fire is a tried and true fire, it's really burned into so hot, it changes color.
Yeah.
And so if your flame is burning for the fact that you're trying to appease and appeal other people, eventually it's gonna be known.
Absolutely.
Mhm. I didn't mean to go too far, like, off with that, but
No, I think it needed a stop. And I think it need closure
yeah.
and it needs context
Mhm,
because there's some people that don't understand this, and some people are actually these types of people
mhm,
that need to understand who they are
mhm,
and what they portray themselves as.
mhm,
And yeah, it's hard to fucking hear, isn't it? It's hard to hear that you're a piece of shit. It's hard to hear that you step on people.
mhm,
And if that's you, I hope you don't sleep tonight. I really do. I hope
mm,
you stay up thinking about this shit all night.
mhm. Yeah. And are and here's the other really cool thing is then there are people out there in the world who have 2 fires, who purposely have 2 fires. One is because they know how
That
much
one's
work
gonna
hang on, because they know how much work it takes, and so they set this one up, they put a perimeter around it, and they're like, "This is mine, and I'm gating it off."
yeah,
But then they go outside of that gate, and they set a fire for people to come and get fuel. They set it up so that like it's controlled. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's a controlled giving.
I understand
It's
that.
controlled. It's like, hey, I'm here. I know that I still have to, my fire of life, whether this fire is, for providing for your family and your food and like your happiness and your joy and all of that. And it's like, that what you have to do to keep your fire at this specific height, at this specific temperature for burning this specifically long. And the size of the log that you got to put on for it to burn unattended. And so they bring these large ass logs to keep this fire burning unattended so that they can go start this little fire because they know that they've got the ability to do that. And
Yeah,
that's the type of people that I want in my life. And that's the type of person I want to be, is that I am able to create such a large fire for myself that I can leave it unattended so that I can go and help people
thrive.
find their passion, find their fire, restart what is an ember for them. Because it's possible to relight a flame with an ember. It's 100% possible.
Yes,
It's hard.
it is hard.
It's very fucking hard, but it's possible. And I want to be that light
It
giver.
is possible. You and I have lived it on different levels. We're living it now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
It
gonna
is
have to
it
go
is our
I'm gonna
current
have
life.
to go back and re-listen to this podcast because I think I just listed out the chapters of the book.
That's fine. That's what we do this for.
Yeah,
Honestly, every podcast that we do is part of the story.
it is.
And that's part of the reason why we've recorded every single thing.
Yeah.
Because we can completely off topic for a second,
Mhm.
time out, pause.
Yeah.
You can actually there are platforms you can load this content into and it'll take it and write it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I've done some of the
Of their legwork for me.
yeah.
You're sweet.
It's actually there's some really cool shit out there that writes ebooks
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. I really, really, really want to become a published author. And then to that
It's not necessarily it's AI, but it's not AI. It's taking everything that you've done, kind of like the way. All right, I'm going to use an example, kind of like how Munch works
Mhm.
to a certain degree.
Mhm.
It'll pull the stuff in
Mhm.
and then translate it out, and then
Mhm.
you can go in and tweak it.
That makes sense. Yeah. Now, this specific campfire book idea has lived with me for probably since
Do you want to do a campfire book?
since like 20. It's yeah. It's that was the original name of it.
All right.
Was
All
the
right. So
campfire.
official release name
Yeah.
of the book.
Well, I'm sure there's a book out there called
It
Campfire,
doesn't
but
matter. You can
yeah,
have another one.
yeah.
There. Do you know how many same name of books there are?
No.
A shit ton.
Mm,
All it has to be is by a different author,
mm. Yeah.
and
So
it's a complete different subject.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really it's always just that whole vision of everything, and this has probably been with me since 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
It's been with me a really long time, at least from when we lived out in Springtown. Is and it's a very clear vision, and I want everyone to know, and I want everyone to identify who you are, and I want like what the
Dude, I'm
hell.
into that too. I want people to know who the hell they are and what they're portraying themselves as and what are you doing in life and how are you affecting other people and do you really give a shit?
Yeah,
Honestly, do you honestly really care about the waves that you're making or the impressions that you're making on other people or how you are affecting the entire trajectory of your life, your kid's life, your family's life, your employee's life, the people around you, your friends, everyone that's connected to you or watching you, how are you affecting them? And what is it that you can provide to those people to help them make a better version of themselves? But people don't think that way.
they don't.
People don't put other people first. People put themselves first. There are so many times in life that I was always not I don't want to say always told because then that makes it seem like everything that I was told was this.
Mhm.
There were so many times in life that I was told, you got to put you first. You come first. You come first. You come first. You come first. And I was every time against that mindset. I always bumped up against that because one, my personality type, if you tell me to do something, I'm not going to do that.
Mhm.
I'm going to do it my way.
Mhm.
And my way may not be right, it may not be wrong, but it's still my way.
Mhm.
And I get to choose the outcome,
Mhm.
and no one else does.
Mhm.
And that's what makes it unique. It makes it one of a kind, and it makes it original.
Mhm.
It may not be right, it may
Mhm.
not be wrong,
Mhm.
but it is something that somebody else did not do. It's what I did. I don't want to I don't want to recreate somebody else's passion. I don't want to recreate somebody else's thought process. I'm not somebody, I am me.
Yeah.
And I want to own me.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I love people owning themselves. And I love to watch people own themselves
Mhm.
because when people really dive into themselves, they get fired up
Yep.
and they get excited
Yep.
and they light up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Yep.
And their passion just explodes and it spills happiness and it spills laughter and it spills just all kinds of greatness.
Oh my god,
And
doesn't it?
it's a beautiful thing to watch.
It is. It absolutely is.
And there's nothing more in life that I enjoy than watching that happen for myself, for you, for our children, for our people around us, for anybody. Honestly, I'll go watch people at conventions, or I'll watch people even on YouTube channels that are just or on TV that are just so passionate about what they do,
Yeah.
and it makes me smile. It lights me up
Yeah. It's contagious.
because it's original. It's them not giving a shit about what anybody else thinks about what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's real, it's
Yeah.
raw,
It's very raw.
and I think people eat up raw.
Oh, hell yeah, they do.
I
Do you think my campfire idea, do you think that could be my part of or my entire speech? Do you think that I could manipulate that? Because it's mindset still.
look, I'm not gonna tell you.
No?
No,
I'm torn between 2 ideas.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
I'm asking you what
I know you're
you
asking my opinion,
yeah.
but again, you're gonna be original.
Yeah.
Even if I tell you, "Hey, roll with this," you're gonna go in a different direction because you and I are alike.
Yeah.
So if I tell you, "Hey, I think you should do this," you're gonna right turn or left turn off of that path.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, I trusted you and went with the pink dress in Florida instead of the black, and look what that landed me.
Yeah, the pink dress is hot.
Yeah.
So I've had this stupid little thing that I've done for a long time
What?
with pink, just the
Oh,
color
yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
So a pink something, whether it's underwear,
Mhm. Socks, tie.
whatever it is, shirt.
Yeah.
But if I put pink on, I'm closing a deal.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't even have to be visible.
No, it's why you glow it's why we actually glow pink.
Well, it's purple.
I think it looks pink, but okay.
Okay. But
Pink.
but I don't know what it is.
Mhm. Yeah, I wore so
It
I was on a women's panel in Florida,
but
and
but I'm like, "You gotta wear pink." Well, we went shopping.
yes, and I was
Eh,
only 8 weeks, 10 weeks.
I think you're probably 10.
I think I was 10 weeks postpartum, so I was not comfortable in anything, period. Like, I still my body was still very puffy, very swollen, like, I was still breastfeeding, so, like, I just didn't feel like my skin like I am today.
Yeah, but you were hot,
Well, and
and you are
I
hot.
got a spray tan too. Oh, I need to book one of those.
Ooh. Me too.
Ooh, samesies. Yeah.
Actually, I just go tan in bed.
Mm, I don't have time for that. Or maybe we do.
I like that process.
Yeah,
Just I wouldn't get out of the house. Yeah.
that's true. Well, I mean, at that point in time, like, I
Maybe we'll
wasn't
get a
gonna
tanning bed, just throw it in the garage.
oh, there you go.
That way we can be tan all summer.
Yeah, or all winter.
I mean summer,
Summer's
winter.
yeah,
That's what I meant to say, winter.
yeah. Because I was like, winter's or summer's coming to an end.
Summer never ends here.
God, it's like
It's literally hell outside
hell.
right
It
now.
is.
It was 116 at 6:00 tonight.
Oh my god, and Meet the Teacher was awful. Like, I was zapped just from going to that, and we weren't
We
even
didn't even go
outside.
outside that long.
I know.
Can you think about football practices right now?
No.
If you don't have an indoor practice field, I know we're completely off topic. This is just squirrel nut. This is how we are.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'm good.
Football practices. I mean, baseball practices are luckily at indoor
The
batting,
indoor batting cages, but it's
but
still
it's
hotter than
freaking
hell.
hotter than
It's
shit
a
in there.
metal building. There ain't no insulation.
They got air conditioning, but it ain't keeping up.
No.
I don't know many people's homes that are keeping up right now.
No. I don't even want to tell you what our AC bill is
I
or
don't
our
even wanna
electric
know.
bill. I'm not telling you.
I don't wanna know because I keep it on all the time. Like, I even at nighttime, I try to cool it down. so that it stays cool throughout the day.
I know.
So I put it at snow setting for nighttime.
And it sleets.
Yeah. It literally it literally does throughout the night.
Yeah.
By like 6 a.m., it's about 63 in here,
Yeah.
but by 2, it's like 75,
Yeah. It's warm.
and this is the hottest room in the house because the sun sets on this side.
And it's painted black. Not that that matters. but
Like my
it's
soul.
black like my soul.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm wondering like the mindset of figuring out who you I think that'd be really good. Like if I structure that the right way for the campfire, it could be like, you got to identify who you are and who you're going to be.
Uh-oh.
You've got to identify that.
What do you identify as?
Are you a shit kicker or a fuel bringer?
Tagline.
Honestly,
Write it down. Because you'll forget.
I will.
Oh boy. So who's still watching?
I think it's our
We have 2.
mhm.
It's 1 plus. Oh, even Pete Delkus says he's a fucking over the weather.
Oh,
He
yeah.
says over it.
Yeah, right?
So who's on X? Is everybody on X and I'm just like behind the curve because I'm just now getting on here? Seems like everybody. It's still a tweet. That's what I don't understand.
So, yeah.
It's not an X yet. So it's not like go X something.
Oh, yeah.
It's still a tweet. It says more tweets. Tweet
That's
this.
weird. So
Tweet that.
he hasn't like completed the Yeah, cuz like even somebody was saying that like even the
I'm not dogging on him.
No, I know. I'm just saying that like
I just don't understand
even
it
something
100%
even
yet.
something that large like is having a branding like, an incomplete
Oh,
brand.
there's so much. It's such a large platform. It really is.
Yeah. Yep. True that.
Word, Big Bird.
Word big bird. I mean, we've got an hour and 52 minutes
An
of
hour and 52 minutes.
content.
I want to see if I can go live on there.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm just curious.
Go for it.
On the twit. I mean, on the X.
Oh, sorry. I'm just looking at our following count and like looking at analytics and data. My bad. And then I'm also like, I really think that like for the mindset part of, I really think that that's where I'm going to go. I could talk 30 minutes on that and not have to, and like, even if I got straight off, I could still make it work. Like I could speak on that without a bullet point and looking at my phone. So
Yeah.
I think that that's the way to go because that's where my drive and my passion and my fire is going to be.
All right. Well, we're going to sign in with Apple. Okay.
Are you?
I could.
You could.
Or I could here.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
But I won't.
Interesting. What are the analytics? What are the analytics? No, I don't want to do that. No, stop. Don't dare it.
Don't dare it.
Don't dare it. I was trying to be able to look and see what our shorts are.
You want to check your shorts?
Do you want to check your shorts?
I don't think I need to.
Our shorts today got really good views. We have 2.3 views, 2.1, and 1.4. Pretty good. I'll take it.
Okay. Let's see what happens here.
I don't know how to go live. I think you have to click. There you go.
Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
Interesting. Oh, you unclicked it. You unclicked
Oh,
it.
well, shit.
Yeah. Gotta re-click it.
Okay.
Okay.
Going on the twit. I mean, on the X.
Oh my gosh.
Xbox.
You're
What's up, X?
so excited.
I am. Because guess what?
Mm. Look at
Ta-da!
you.
What's up, X? Are we exclusive
I've been a member of that club.
of the exclusive?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I love watching you geek out.
Geek out.
Mm-hmm.
People take that terminology in a different way.
That's tweak out. That's different.
So, everybody on the Twitter X Twitter, I have a question for everybody watching. Are we still tweeting or are we Xing?
Yeah. What's the terminology?
Drop a comment.
That's fair.
Do we tweet? Are we twitting? Tweet
Yeah.
Twitter?
I don't know. What's the comment? That's pretty. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair ask, right?
It is a fair ask.
So, those of you that don't know us, I'm Jason.
I'm Jen. It's nice to meet y'all.
We are everyday moments for us on
Indeed we
every
are.
platform other than this one.
Yep.
On this platform,
We guess we
you
need.
can see who I am, but you can also see that I've posted other things. And yeah, so we have a slew of podcasts. One of them that we're on right now is Everyday Moments for Us on YouTube.
Yes.
We have another one called Construction Solutions Group,
Yes.
which also has a X account
Okay.
that was created today
Okay.
that I very much encourage everybody to go check out, follow.
Yeah.
The X account for X, for X is Construction Solutions Group LLC,
Nice.
and it has everything that we did today posted on it
Wow.
as far as the CSG.
Yeah.
So today we had a deep dive conversation on SEO and Google Analytics and things of that nature. So there's great content on that page itself.
Yeah.
This
And the
is
stuff that you're going to have to do now to compete against competitors in your market.
yeah. So this is actually my personal X page. Keep wanting to say Twitter. I know it's
Mhm.
not. Sorry, Elon. Apologize.
You're a mess.
So this is my personal page, but our business page is Construction Solutions Group
Mhm.
LLC.
Hmm.
And then I plan on making one for all of the
Maybe.
other platforms. That's
Or-
just as far as I got today.
Yeah.
And to post content on it today. And I mean, it takes a lot to get.
Yeah. Well, we had to cut
So that-
out. We had to cut out time in our day to sit down and record, like we had done
Well, we did a
everything
long
else.
recording already.
Yeah.
I mean, we started our day off with 2.5 hours.
Yeah. That was so good. God, it was good. And then now I've gotten some really good nuggets for going and writing my speech.
So anybody on Twitter, y'all want to hook up on a podcast? Let's go. Not right now,
Please no.
but I can get excited enough right now if somebody wants to pop in.
Mhm.
So we're here to talk about personal life, personal growth, business growth, trials, tribulations,
Yeah.
anything that you're going through in life right now,
Yeah.
personally, business wise, relationships of all sorts.
Struggles. Yeah. Struggles and successes and just about everything. All of life. All of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are a blended family. We have five amazing kids. We have a really solid relationship. We hold ourselves to really high standards and really high expectations. We communicate on a level that
Most
most
don't.
don't. And we have found that a lot of people are actually watching in the way that we communicate, in the way that we look each other, in the way that we hold each other. And it's just something we keep running into. And so
Yes.
that's actually what drove us to start the everyday moments for us is because like
So our network of people have pushed us into literally into this. Y'all need to be doing this. Y'all need to be doing this. Y'all need to be doing this. And we fought it.
we did.
We fought it. I don't know why,
I don't know why either.
but we fought it because we were probably because of our mindset and our mentalities and how we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
And if somebody tells us we need to do something, we just go the other direction.
Well, and I have a really hard time believing people when they tell me I'm good at something.
Dude, you're awesome at so much shit.
I just
And you don't believe that. And I
don't.
know that you don't, but you gotta start.
Yeah.
And it's dude, it's right in your face daily how great you fucking are.
Thank you. You know how hard
I tell you
you do.
literally every day
You do.
how badass you are.
I know you do. And I shrug you off and it pisses you off even more.
It does. And I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I'll be like, shut up.
Don't talk about my fiance that way.
Don't talk about her like that.
Yeah. Drives you crazy.
And don't talk about yourself that way.
Yeah, I know. Drives you crazy. Yeah. So I think that for me was a lot of it was like, no, you're just one of the few.
I think for so
Stop.
long, that's how you were treated.
Yeah.
And you were put in a place for too damn long that was toxic, that wasn't supportive.
Yeah. Well, and to that, a majority of everything that I've done in my life, at least the past 36
You
years,
were told you did it wrong,
I did it wrong
or it wasn't good enough.
or what am I going to get out or what am I going to get out of that? The person of which that was around me, whether it was my personal life at home or my business life at business, it was okay, yeah, cool, do that, but what am I going to get out of it? What am I going to get out of that? Like that was the whole thing. And then having to convince the person instead of letting me do what's in my head, I had to convince them that it was a good idea. So by the time that I actually got to it, I was already burned out on it because I had to convince them that it was a good idea. And then I didn't do it. And then it was like, well, why didn't you do that? Well, because I didn't have the energy by the time I convinced you.
Yeah.
So I love how we just jump off with 2 feet into stuff. It's also scary at the same time, and luckily, we've been able to be like, "Okay, this is a great idea, but let's just hold off and sleep on it for, like, 24, 48 hours and make sure this is not an impulse decision."
Yeah. Since we're on such a large platform right now, I would like to put this out there.
Mhm,
I had made a previous post on this account that I have an app for sale.
mhm.
It's actually not my app. It is Jen's app.
It is.
And I want to make that clear.
Yeah. That is true. It is mine.
But we have an app for sale.
Yeah.
And it's not due to its bad performance or anything like that.
It's just not where I want to live anymore.
It's simply it's simply two things. It's not a passion
Mm-mm.
and it needs money
Yeah.
to get completed,
Yeah.
fully
Yeah.
executed. It's fully executed as far as the code is written,
Yeah.
the processes and procedures are in place.
Yeah.
It is a complete app. It's launched on the App Store,
Mhm.
on
Android and Apple.
yes, on both platforms, which
Yeah.
if anybody knows about apps, it takes a long time to get to that point,
Indeed, it does.
and it takes a long time to get onto those platforms. And even you've got to have a viable product to even get listed into the
Yeah.
platform. So it is to the point of somebody just needs to implement the national scale of which it needs to go on,
Yeah.
which takes a huge team,
It does take a big team. Takes a very large team.
and it's a money cow,
It
and
is.
it's going to take some money to get it to where it needs to go, but it is up for sale.
Mhm.
I'm not going to list the price right here.
No.
But it is on several platforms for sale.
Oh.
There are app companies that buy apps that
Yeah.
take it to the finish line,
Yeah.
and then they turn around and actually sell them back out
I mean, that would make sense.
as
Finished
to
products.
a larger corporation than even them, but
Right.
they're pretty large people.
Yeah. Everything's going app based.
So if anybody's interested, it's called League of Contractors. You can find it on
Google and
Google Play and the App Store.
Yep.
And you can see that the owner of League of Contractors and developer of League of Contractors is
Me. Right here.
yours truly,
That'd be me.
Jennifer.
That's me. That is me. I was actually just gonna look it up in the App Store right now. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Haley's up to 2,000 views
Is she really?
on that one.
Mm,
That girl's getting it.
that's awesome.
So I don't know if you guys can see my screen. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Hmm, that's interesting.
What'd you find?
Will you send it to me?
Yeah.
Because it may.
You don't have it as installed?
Mm,
I do.
yeah, you do. Yeah. Hmm,
It's all right.
interesting.
So, anyways,
I
that's
don't.
all I got to
That's all
say
I
about
got.
the.
I know. That's all I got. Oh,
So, yeah, it's late.
it is like.
It's 1 a.m. I don't know if we're getting any traction on the Xbox.
I have no idea.
I wonder if he's owns the Xbox.
I don't know. Isn't that a Microsoft product? The Xbox.
Is it?
I think it
I don't know.
is. I think it is.
Can't get close enough to the mic.
No, you can't.
I was too close to a mic one time.
Haven't we all been?
Man, I need to find that one chick on TikTok. Little between us.
Oh, her? Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, she is. Anyhow,
Yeah, I know they don't want to sit on here and watch us scroll our devices.
No.
I'm ready to go to bed.
so with everything being said,
Yeah,
we went live on a new platform.
indeed.
Let's close this with our day. Let's decompress the day. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. So rewind to the beginning,
Yeah.
and then we'll just kind of shrink it, close it. So we started our day with
A 2.5 hour podcast in regards to the changes to SEO and how they're impacting businesses and what you need to do to be able to compete with the competitors in your market.
and then
And then
we dove off into
business and redoing stuff based off of what we learned.
yes. So
I redid content for a couple of my clients based off of the information that I was given, which is totally fine because once you know better, you do better.
and then I found out that there were some new releases on some other platforms. So I
Yeah.
redid a whole bunch of our content as well on the other
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah,
And so we did a whole lot of rework today,
we
I
did.
feel like. But
Yeah.
then I also created new platforms and new places to live and coexist on for all of our channels and all of our stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we did dinner,
Yeah. Meet the teacher.
and then we did meet the teacher
Mm-hmm.
with two of the children.
Mm-hmm.
That went well.
It went super well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to have good role models for our children,
Agreed.
to have a good mother
Good father.
and a good father that show up
Yeah.
for our kids.
Yeah.
I feel like all right, I guess we're not done.
Okay.
I feel like we're the only stable thing in their life.
Consistency.
It makes me sad. It makes me happy and sad.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they have us. I'm sad that they don't have others
Yeah, me too.
that show up, that can be consistent, and that can truly be there for them instead of themselves.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm going to touch on that.
Yep. Yeah.
And then we came back
Mhm.
and we dove back off into wrapping up our day as far as what we needed to finish
Yeah. Work and whatnot.
because we had to finish stuff after dinner
Had to bathe the baby.
and finish what we were working on our projects.
Yeah.
And then we started bouncing around what topics we might talk about. We listened to some music, kind of just the unwind,
Yeah.
because there has to be an unwind before we can actually relax enough to become.
Yeah. Otherwise we don't start getting decent content until like the hour mark. And that's just exhausting to go back and edit.
Yes, it is. And I'd rather just, if we can go live and just be live and or just record and not have to edit, I prefer that too.
Same. Yeah.
And even though there's a lot of ands and buts and yes and whatever, it's still
Yeah.
us and it's still raw. And I don't care if they're in there as much as other people might.
Well, we edit some of them to that point where
Yeah.
we take the knee and the like, all of that
Just
stuff
like
out.
then,
Yeah,
but it's
sometimes.
also me responding to you and the fact that knowing that still engaging in what you're saying.
Yeah. I
See?
agree.
And there it
Yeah.
is again.
I agree.
So, yeah, we went on another platform,
Mhm.
X.
Mhm.
We added it to our list. I'm going to add 2 more profiles into the list, probably by tomorrow that
There's
we're
so
gonna go into,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna keep
Us
moving
so
forward. We're gonna keep trucking, and
Yeah.
I am so excited for you.
Thank you, babe.
I am so excited that you are going to get back on stage and
Yes.
pursue your public speaking.
Yes.
You've done it
I
before.
have.
You're gonna do it again. You're gonna be
Yes.
great.
Thank you. Yeah. And I think that so long because I sticking with mindset and everything, I think that like I mean, I think what for 30, 45 minutes to speak. That's a
Yes and
lot of
no. I
time.
mean, we go on here for. I mean, we're doing.
Individually. I don't have nobody else to bounce shit off of. Like this is a conversation to get up and speak.
I'm gonna be right in front of you.
Yeah, you are. So you can see me shake.
You won't be shaking.
I hope
You'll
not.
be excited
Yeah,
and you'll be confident.
I hope so.
You will be.
I will be. Yeah.
I'm gonna be right in front of you.
Good. I'm gonna need it. Oh my god, Amanda.
And you know I'm your biggest cheerleader.
I know. Can I get you some pom poms and a little mini skirt?
No, but can I get you a mini skirt?
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear. I'm probably gonna
And
go
what's it called? A frother?
Frogger.
Frogger, yeah.
Yes. A frother. That's your coffee.
Yeah. It's a what?
Your no, the button
Oh,
is a frother. Oh my god.
I just saw the hand gesture.
I love that laugh because I know exactly what it means.
What's it mean?
I'm not gonna tell the world that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. All right, you ready to fade me out, baby?
Okay. Only you have to say it again.
I will. Fade me out, baby.
Okay.